all Upanishads. Because this belongs to a older text by name Yajurveda. Moreover, it is in the Krishna Yajurveda they call it, which is older than the Shukla Yajurveda, which is a later on addition. So this Krishna Yajurveda has 4 recensions. Recension means Sakhala. That is among the 4 recensions of Krishna Yajurveda, we have 2 recensions, 1 recension full and another recension little less. The other 2 recensions are broken. But anyway, we have 4 shakhas of Krishna Yajurveda and 2 shakhas of Shukla Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda, that is only Madhyandina and Kanva. But originally, Yajurveda is known for in 108 recensions. 108 శాఖలు ఉన్నాయి. Among 108, only 16 shakhas belong to Shukla Yajurveda. And only 98 or so shakhas for the Krishna Yajurveda. But in course of time, we have lost so many recensions of that.
Correct.
You must have heard Rudram Satarutriyam antar.
Right.
It is Satarutriyam because this Rudram is available in all the 108 recensions. So Rudra is everywhere present. And so they call it Satarudriyam. But though you recite once like that, this Krishna Yajurveda has got Taittiriya Samhita and Shukla Yajurveda got Madhyandina. These are very popular texts. This is the Samhita part. But our Vedas have got a division: Samhita, Brahmanam, then Aranyakas, Sutras, Upanishads, and so on. So the Upanishads forms the Vedanta. Vedanta is the wisdom, the ending of the Vedas.
Correct.
Ending means not wisdom. What is ending? When you apply some thought process for what you have learned is end. Simply pocketing and is no good.
Correct.
You should try to digest it, assimilate, and get the all wisdom from that.
Correct.
You know, for example, a cow, it eats well. And then when it sits at leisure, it brings all that in its stomach. It's on ruminating and then putting it inside. So the rumination is a wonderful thing which we have got to do with regard to knowledge. Therefore, this kind of thought process, a kind of questioning, a kind of understanding what is what, that has been explained or given to us by Rishis in the Samhita time. Samhita means compilation. They are just texts and they are all revelations. So the Rishis, their mind is different. The gods they are very close to gods and gods have given them all mantras. Therefore, no Veda mantra is continuous. All Veda mantras are independent. You can employ anywhere all the Veda mantras. And what is the meaning of the Veda mantras is always a question mark. And nobody knows it. But still, you can't leave things like that. You have to understand and make solutions for that and see that you are comfortable with the Vedic mantras. Therefore, there are Brahmana texts which explain the meaning of the Veda mantras, the application of the mantras, the sacrifices of all that. Then we have got our memory is so sharp in Indians that they try to prepare small capsules, which we call sutras.
Right.
So, Dharma Sutras, Sauta Sutras, and so on. That itself is a very big literature, where if you just know the formula, you will be able to know the entire procedure. So, something Panini Sutras and like that. So, people want to memorize. And once they know the formula, they will be able to expand it.
Correct.
That is intelligence. It is something like your cabbage.
Right.
Your cabbage is so small. and you look at the heaviness, but when you start cutting, you know how much it will be. So much it is.
It will be, yes, absolutely.
So our Veda mantras are like that, and depend though they look very small, different meters, they are very valuable and they give you a lot of wisdom, knowledge, happiness, and then ideas, and it will remove your karmas or sins. Unless you are lucky and fortunate, you will not think of knowing, getting attached to the Vedic knowledge.
Vedic mantra, sure.
Because there are knowledge is available in several forums, but what is that knowledge which will be of long-standing nature and everlasting, which will stand the test of time?
Correct.
And which will not disappear. So that kind of knowledge is our Vedic knowledge, and therefore we have to, but we cannot master the whole Vedas, and it is no time. Therefore, each Veda has given us some Upanishads. Upanishad means secret. Or you have to sit near the teacher, he will whisper the secrets of that, and then you will be able to know the manner how you can conduct your life, how you can improve your knowledge, and how you can make yourself happy and share the happiness with your friends and relatives. Because all people don't have exposure in respect of time or in respect of opportunity or in respect of anything like that. So the time capsule is there. Everybody is bound by time. But the knowledge is immense. Therefore, our rishis have tried to give us the entire knowledge in a good format. Whichever we like, we can choose. So in that context, we have the Upanishads, which talk about the Vedas, Veda mantras, their meaning, especially their application also. So not talking about in general, the most important one is Yajurveda. Yajurveda is a practical Veda. Because unless you work, you will not reap benefits. That work or karma is yajna. Yajna means edge. Edge means to work, to worship, to honor, to recognize the honor. Because all people are honorable. But better honorable people are there with more wisdom and knowledge, and who are ready to share that to the people. So we have to honor them. So when you want to honor them, it means that you recognize them and you make a submission to them that you should be able to get knowledge. Therefore, and for our Upanishads, all other forms of literature, Vedic texts, there are hundreds and thousands of rishis are there. And there is a large process of timing also is there. Everything is not done in one day. But there is a long process. But even though the time lag is there, but the knowledge has been a journey imparting to different generations of people. But knowledge is always, the knowledge found in the Veda is always new. Nobody gets fatigued. You can't say, oh, yesterday I read it, or an hour back I read, why should I read again? It is not like that. The more number of times you repeat, practice, you read, you will be getting more and more newer thoughts. And that is the sharpening of our intelligence and quest. And what are these thoughts? They talk about the Vedanta. What is Vedanta? It is wisdom. It is philosophy. And what is philosophy in English? They say philosophy means love for wisdom. See, if you have love for wisdom, our Upanishad rishis are there in plenty number to give you various phases and stages and levels of wisdom. Therefore, there are so many Upanishads. How many Upanishads are there? Number of Upanishads are there. But for convenience, people say there are 10 Upanishads. There are 52 Upanishads. There are 108 Upanishads. There are 1,000 Upanishads. We don't know how many Upanishads are there. But the number is innumerable, but still every Upanishad is having some kind of message in respect of the many aspects of human life.
Correct.
See, human life is a very motley life, M-O-T-L-E-Y. And it is a multifaceted life. And multifarious things are there with him. Therefore, Atma Gnana, Atma Nirvachana, Atmodharana, Atma Trupti, Atma Sakshatkara ultimately. So all these things are our extra things apart from the family life.
Correct.
Apart from the samsara.
Correct.
See, ahara, nidra, maithunam, and all these things are common. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha, samanametat, pashubhir naranam, dharmo hi tesham adhiko viseshaha, dharmena hinaha pasubhi samanaha. See, the pasus are just born, spend time, whatever, and they just disappear. There is no improvement for them. But they will be having the chance of janma. But even among the pasus also, there are better. Even any janma is eligible to get emancipation, in a sense, not to get back that. So, the Yajurveda contains number of sacrifices, small rites, big rites, larger, involving money power, man power, God power. So many things are there. So, depending upon your ability, stability, interest, and many conditions, there are number of yajnas and there are a number of optional rites. But ultimately, there is a thought process also for them. So, Yajurveda, for example, talks about 12 major sacrifices and number of optional rites. And therefore, that is a different section where you have a lot of karma kanda, because unless you do karma, but karma has got phala, and karma also got sannyasa, para sannyasa. But we should only do the job as a matter of duty and not expecting anything. And what you expect will not happen at all. Something different will come to you. So whenever what you expect does not happen, you say that you are disappointed. No appointment. So all these things will happen in respect of expectations and phalapeksha. So all our Vedas tell you, but there are, so otherwise people won't turn, they will give you most important benefits when you take to that. So this Yajurveda is a very older one. Now this Yajurveda has got Upanishads. For example, Shukla Yajurveda has an Upanishad in the Samhita itself. It is called Isavasya Upanishad. Yajurvedam, Shukla Yajurveda, because all the time, 39 chapters, we have the Ishvara. Ishvara is the overlord, the controller, the annihilator, the sustainer, because there must be some supervisor. Unless there is supervisor, work will not happen at all. Therefore, every time, but that's why in Rudram we say Namaha Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. That Shivatara means supervisor for Shiva, whether he's doing all right or not. And who is the supervisor? Parvati. So there is no limit for Shakti. However much Shakti you are able to get it, all that you can get it. For Shakti Upasana, trying to get more and more and more. And so the more energy, how do you get Shakti? Through meditation, through so many yogas. So that's why Yoginam Varaha is Shiva. And so that Shakti is is imparted for us in our Upanishads also. The gurus will tell all these things, and the Sishyas will try to meditate, will try to work for that and get it. Because always the Upanishads don't give you peeled banana. They will give you only banana, but you should only peel and try to understand, in the sense that you have to put forth some thought that you will be able to follow. So anyway, here we call Taittiriya Upanishad, which you are liking. And it is one of the important Upanishads with which, by reciting which Venkatramana Swami, Tirupati, Balaji, Vishnu is given the bath, sacred bath, the consecration. So when Vishnu Abhisheka takes place in Vishnu temples, in Venkatramana Swami temple, sometimes the Purohits don't recite Rudram. They recite, you must observe next time, when you go to any Shiva, in Vishnu temple or Shiva, that Venkatramana Swami temple, Balaji temple, they will be doing that monthly once. They do it in America, but every day they do it in India, or at least they do one weekly once. But Abhishekam is important.
Right.
It's a cleansing up, and even gods also want to be cleaned. They want to also pavitrata, and if you make them more and more purer, they become more and more stronger. Tanno Vishnu balam pravartatam. Today is the happy birthday of Narasimha Swami. So, you on a happy birthday, you celebrate. So, God's birthday, how do we celebrate? We try to do some puja, Nama Stotra, Nama Parayana, Nama Bhajana. All these things will involve information to us, what kind of past that particular God had and what good he has done periodically to the people. All that is there in the stotras. So that's why this Taittiriya Upanishad is a Tittiri bird. Actually, there was only one Yajurveda that was given by Brahma to Vyasa and so many people. And Vaisampayana is a Rishi, and he was teaching students. The teachers don't have all good students. There will be some rebelling students also. Students who criticize their masters. You don't expect them. And so among such some critical students, intelligent student, Yajnavalkya Maharshi was also one. And he, with his classmate, he was criticizing his guru, Vaisampayana. And some students are there, the conveyors. They went and told, look, your Yajnavalkya is not behaving properly. He has got no much Guru Bhakti. He criticized you. Then Vaisampayana became very angry and ordered Yajnavalkya to vomit all that Yajurveda knowledge which he has earned or taught by the Rishi. Then all students are very powerful and yogins. So Yajnavalkya vomited it. And then Vaisampayana asked them to take it out, not to go waste. So some Sishyas became Tittiri birds, something like doves. They are extinct, the Tittiri birds. And they took it and they taught that becomes Taittiriya Samhita.
Sure.
So Tittiri birds, in the form of the Tittiri birds, Veda, Yajurveda, which has been thrown out by Yajnavalkya and given by Vaisampayana, has been spread on that. And it's very ancient work. More we don't want. Let's go directly. The Upanishad. What is the meaning of the word Upanishad? So Nishat means to sit down. When you sit down, you are stable. When you are moving, unstable. Your mind won't be stable. As your legs are also unstable, your mind also unstable. Therefore, for any puja or upasana or anything like that, you should settle down on an asana. So that's why Nishat means sitting. And where you should sit, you should sit near a guru, near a teacher. And that teacher will be knowing all that. And he is such a good teacher that he wants to impart knowledge to those people who come near him. Therefore, such was a guru. That Guru Sishya Parampara is there. So Dakshinamurti, Guru Rangriyugvam, Smarami, Namami, all that is there. So that Guru Anugraha is simply supreme and highly supreme than even Devata Anugraha. If Guru's blessing are there, even gods cannot do anything like that. Because gods have become gods because of the Gurus only. Therefore, Upanishad means trying to get secret knowledge. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Everything is Brahma. Brahma means valuable. So, Sarvam Brahma Upanishad. Okay, please repeat now. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Sri, two times Chapali. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Bhadram Karnebihi.
I missed it.
Bhadram Karnebihi.
Bhadram Karnebihi. Bhadram Karnebihi.
Shrunuyama Devaha.
Shrunuyama Devaha. Shrunuyama Devaha.
Bhadram Pasyema.
Bhadram Pashyemaksha. Bhadram Pashyemaksha.
Akshabhiryajatraha.
Viryajatraha. Viryajatraha.
Stirairangaihi.
Stirairangaihi. Stirairangaihi.
Tushtuvagum sastanubihi.
Tushtuvagam sastanubihi. Tushtuvagam sastanubihi.
Vyasema devahitam yadayuhu.
Yashema devahitam yadayuhu. Yashema devahitam yadayuhu.
Swasti na indro vruddhasravaha.
Swasti na indro vruddhashravaha. Swasti na indro vruddhashravaha.
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha.
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha. Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha.
Swasti nastarchyo arishtanemi.
Swasti nastarkshyo arishtanemihi. Swasti nastarkshyo arishtanemihi.
Swasti no bruhaspatir dadatu.
Swasti no bruhaspatir dadhatu. Swasti no bruhaspatir dadhatu.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So now we go directly to Taittiriya Upanishad. In the very first, there are 3 sections in Taittiriya Upanishad. Here we have got Charan Singh. He has been taught Taittiriya Upanishad already, but he is again with you. That is the hope that he will find some more light on this Upanishad, because every time we look at the text, Vedic text, newer and newer thoughts will be coming up. Therefore, and let us see our Charanji and Sandhya who have come here, they will be able to get some more light and some more fresh light on this Upanishad, because this is having 3 sections. One is the first section. They are called Valli. So the sections are going by the name Valli. So Valli means creeper. The creeper grows bumper way or luxuriously if it has got a good support. So Vanita, Lata, without any support, Nirasraya Nashobhante. Nirasraya Nashobhante Pandita Vanita Lata. So a scholar and a lady and also a creeper, if they do not have support, they will not at all grow. So that's why the Taittiriya Upanishad Maharshi has given the name to the sections as Valli. So the word Valli means creeper. And the creepers, they will become bush and they become stronger. And even among the creepers, there are wild creepers are there. And so a number of varieties are there. Therefore, it is called Valli. There are 3 Vallis. One is Siksha Valli and
Brahmananda Valli
and Ananda Valli.
Brahmananda Valli.
So, Brahmananda Valli. So these are all the Vallis. There is a gradation in these things. Siksha means discipline. Siksha is rules. You must know rules for happiness, rules for the journey of life, rules for your conduct and behavior. Who can give you? A guru can give you. a learned man or learned teacher, that learned teacher will not love you very much. If actually the parents must not love the children. The time or the context they love is different. But so far as the education, so far as the discipline is concerned, the teacher must be strict. Therefore, here you have got Siksha Valli, the rules, this is otherwise called rules of pronunciation. How you should pronounce and how you should understand, and how when you get graduation done, you should not feel that you are a great scholar and contented with knowledge. Intellectual contentment is a jeopardy, is a great danger.
Yes.
Intelligence and knowledge is always open. It's like sky. They say Gaganam, Akasham, Gaganam. I mean, they say that Gaganam, Gagana Akaram, Sagaras, Sagaropamaha. So how is the sky? Sky is like sky only. And how is the ocean? Sagaras, Sagaropamaha. Ocean is like ocean only. And again, Rama Ravanayor Yuddham, Rama Ravanayor Yuva. How was the battle between Rama and Ravana? It was like the battle between Rama and Ravana. Ananvaya Alankara, no comparison. So that's why the Shiksha is a very important thing, where we have to be students until the last breath of our life. All these degrees that we get, it's only mark to get our belly filled. The paper certificate, they gave it. You have to convert into paper notes, money notes. So it's only paper certificate only. That's why my father was telling, your paper certificate must be converted into your money. So take a job. Otherwise, the paper certificate, and we can't get to pay with the paper certificate, father, that profession you cannot get. So your own paper certificate only must fetch you Udaranimartha. So that's what is called Siksha. So the Siksha Valli. So keep on disciplining, keeping on telling. All elders keep on telling, indifferent to the age of the boy, age of the girl. Even at the, so as long as they are there, the parents are there, the children are always children to them. See, like that. Now, recite the Shanti Patham. Om Shanno Mitrasyam Varunaha. Because you know it, you just say one time. You said you are already familiar. One time you say, I explain afterwards.
Okay. Om
Shanno Mitraha.
Sorry. Om Shanno Mitraha.
Shambarunaha.
Shamvarunaha. Shamvarunaha.
Now, Sandhya, please repeat. Shanno Bhavatvaryama.
Shanno Bhavatvaryama. Sorry.
Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi.
Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi. Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi.
Should nod your head. You cannot keep it stiff. Shanno Vishnurukrama.
Shanno Vishnurukrama.
Shanno
Namo Brahmane.
Namo Brahmane.
Namaste.
Namaste Vayo.
Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi.
Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi.
Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma vadishyami.
Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma vadishyami.
Rutam vadishyami.
Ratam vadishyami.
Satyam vadishyami.
Satyam vadishyami.
Tanmamavatu.
Tanmamavatu.
Tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam.
Tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam.
avatu vaktaram.
avatu vaktaram.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Yes, now this is a Shanti Patham. See, Shanti is a peace. That is, our mind, before you come to Upanishadic chambers, is having a kallolam. Lot of thoughts are there in our mind. And they are wanted, unwanted, to be wanted, not to be wanted, everything is there in our head. But you must drive away all such unwants and stabilize your mind, channelize your mind, and that you must want absolute happiness, absolute peace. And who are the persons who can provide you this type of opportunity and scope? The scope givers are Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, Brihaspati, Vishnu. See, these are all very significant selected gods among the innumerable number of gods. So there was a question in the Veda Goshti among Rishis. The question was put, how many gods are there? So the answer ultimately was, as many hair is there in our body, so many are the gods. Can you give the count of your hair?
No.
So you don't have scope. You cannot give the count. So many are the gods. But among the gods also, something like Praja, people. And that's why they are called Deva Jana, Manushya Jana, Rishi Jana, Gandharva Jana, Kim Purusha Jana. I hope you are understanding.
Yes, yes.
So Jana means Janma. All Kim Purushas, Gandharvas, Devas, Manushyas. So like that, all people have got Janma there. That's why Ganapati, when you make a prayer, Gananaham Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe, where there is a word Ganam 2 times occurring. Gananaham. How many Ganas are there? Innumerable. Deva Gana, Yaksha Gana, Kinnara Gana, Kippurusha Gana, Arpa Gana, etc. So Gana means groups. So many groups of people in the creation. But all have got their living, sustenance, exit, birth, everything is there. Therefore, and no two people's journey of life also is common.
Correct.
The faculties also vary. If there are 4 boys or 4 girls in the house, they will have different faculties. All 4 are different. And that kind of variety is the life. Therefore, among such gods who are chosen, Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, Indra, Brihaspati, Vishnu. And in 1 or 2 sentences, you should know who are these gods. All these gods have got a big history and mythology and all that. Individually, they are praised in our Vedic Samhitas. And that's what we call mythology. And Mitra is Surya Bhagavan. He is the most important thing about Surya, he is the causer of the day. Karaha. And during the day, sun will be friendly for you. Everybody is having sun as a friend because they do any number of vyavara and vyaparas during the daylight. And because of the people working, gods are also getting food because you do homam, you do puja, you do naivedyam, prepare so many things. So gods have no kitchen. Your kitchen is God's kitchen.
God's kitchen.
Therefore, Krishna said in Gita, say you should cook that you are cooking for the God. If you say, I am cooking for myself, then you eat that food, you are eating not food, but it is sin. So those people, ye pachanti atma karanat. So for their sake, if they cook and eat, they eat not food, they eat sin. But my arpita, when you make naivedya to me, for my sake, If you cook, then you take it to the prasadam, you are really blessed. So Krishna is very careful about people. So Mitra is the day breaker and day provider, and so is our friend. And Varuna is night maker. So night also is important as much as day. If night is there, we don't sleep. Unless you sleep, your day is hopeless. Therefore, Varuna is the king of waters and is the guardian of the night. When you are sleeping in the night, who protects you? Varuna Deva. And again, Aryama is there. Aryama takes care, is again a Surya Amsha, Surya Bhagavan, who takes off our body health, physical health. More so, the eye health. He is the protector, maintainer of the eyes. So Aryama, I'm only telling one feature. And Indra is the chief of all gods. He's the protector of all gods.
Correct.
And he's the strongest, highly skilled warrior. And anytime Rakshasa Badha is there, Indra will go fight and remove the Rakshasas.
Correct.
Therefore, Indra is always selected and installed and maintained and supported by all gods to be their leader. And he must also provide you peace. How do you get, when do you get peace? When you have got strength in your body. If any part of the body is aching or loose, you feel sad. So there must be a harmonious flow of energy in all parts of your body. That kind of harmonious energy, who will help? It is what? So Indra Indriyavan, it's Indra Indriyavan, Indrayava Indriyavanaham Puyasam. There are a number of mantras I can talk on each god, but basically Indra Indriyavan. Among all gods, Indra is the strong god. Indra is strong because of the strength given by the other gods.
Sure.
Or the support given by the Agni, Vayu, and all these people. So a king is really strong because of the people.
People. That is true. True.
So Visiraja Pratishtitaha. Where is the king established? He is established among the people. Even the team leaders, project managers, project members are there. They have to do the work and see that the name of the project manager is really rewarding. Otherwise, hereafter will scold him what kind of manager you are.
Correct.
So what this project manager does, if your customer gives you 2 months time, you will announce only 1 month time or team workers. Hey, we have to finish in 1 month. So all people were supposing 1, 2 or 3, 4 days delay, you can manage. But if you say 2 months means they'll go and sleep.
That's true.
That's why that's the best manager. Like that here. And Bruhaspati, the god of intelligence. Because for anything you must want intelligence. And a sharp intelligence. What is intelligence? To be able to see through the problem.
Right.
Not only see through the problem, but also provide solution.
Correct.
So that Veda, that's why he's the highest Lord of Lords. If intelligence is there, you can always be happy. అందుకే తెలుగులో అంటారు బుద్ధి ఉంటే గడ్డైనా తినొచ్చు అంటారు.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
సంజయ్ గారు బుద్ధి ఉంటే గడ్డైనా తినొచ్చు అంటారు. Actually, gaddi enti, what is the grass? Even rice is a grass product, you remember?
Correct.
So the rice is grass product. So in other words, you are eating the grass only. And you do not eat grass because you can't digest, you give to animals. So they eat grass and give you milk. Avu gaddi tini paalistundi. And Pamu, the serpent, will drink milk and give you poison.
Poison.
Therefore, look at the nature. That's all the design of God. So God is the designer of designs. And Vishnu, Urukrama. You can't be stable. You have to be moving. You should be a traveler. Speed traveler, fast traveler. And you should be a safe traveler. And that's why Vishnu is the best traveler. Krama is strides. Uru is long strides, long jump. high jump. So Vishnu Anugraha, that's why Vishnu is always in the feet. Padayor Vishnu.
Yes, yes.
So Vishnu ఎక్కడున్నాడు అంటే మీ పాదాల్లో ఉన్నాడు. That's why in Ramaraksha Stotram, the prayer is that it says Vishnu, Vibhishana Sridaha Padam Avatu Sri Rama. Ramudu Vibhishaniki Padam Pettaniki, he has given scope for Vibhishana to put his step on ground. Otherwise, he was only anchoring in the sky, expecting signal from Rama and Sugriva.
Yes.
You know, in the airports, people are only hovering over airplanes. Unless they get signal, they can't land.
Correct.
So Krishna could not land until Rama and Sugriva show green janda.
Correct.
So Vishana Sridaha Asmakam Padam. Therefore, Vishnu. Then you have got Brahmane Namaha, Vayo Namaha. So Vayu is a Brahma, very important, highest person. And what more we can do? You cannot satisfy the great people. Simply Namaskara. Namaha Tubhyam. So Namaskara is the most important gesture that you can show your gratitude.
Gratitude.
Tannama Hityupa, you will get it in this Upanishad. Tannama Hityupa Sita Pratishthavan Bhavati.
Yes.
If you want to become famous, you will always say Namaskar. The Westerners have learned now. Otherwise, they were shaking and getting all problems. So, Namaskara is Indian culture.
Yes.
And people are adopting. So, Namaste. So, that's why Namaste Vayu. Why Vayu? Because of Vayu, all people are living, moving. See, you are going in your car 70 miles per hour. What is the secret? Air is there in the tires.
Yes.
See, Vayu is cooperating for your speed and existence and luxury, is it not?
Yes.
Therefore, before you start your car, say Namaste Vayu. Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. And Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. I am going to proclaim that you are the Brahma among all gods. You are, and to make you Brahma, to please you, what is my part of service? Satyam Vadishyami. And Rutam Vadishyami. Satyam and Rutam are the two laws. One is the human law, whose circumference radius is small, governing the mankind and animal kind and all that. That's called dharma. And Rutam is divine people. So Rutam is Bhisha. You'll get it at Bhisha Asmat Vayu Pavate Bhisho Deti Suryaha. So now Charanji is revising his knowledge in Upanishad. Already is familiar. So because of the fear, Surya is on time. We are off time. Indian punctuality. But Surya has not got any. He has got eternal punctuality. On time he rises. On time he sets. So that's why we are all advised, you rise with time and you rise with sun and you go to sleep, rest with sun. So when sun is there, make all movements. So the birds will return to their nests soon after the Sandhya Kala. So in olden days, my father and people used to say that once the darkness comes up, you should be at home. Never move in the చీకటి పడుతూనే ఇంటికి వచ్చేసేయాలి. చీకట్లో బయట ఉండకూడదు. ఇప్పుడు చీకట్లోనే బయలుదేరి అందరూ. Therefore, they have all problems. So చీకటి పడుతూనే ఇంటికి రావాలి. The moment the darkness begins, you should be home. And so satyam vadishyami. Then tan mamavatu. Tat therefore, first you protect me. Vaktaramavatu. The guru should be protected. Because guru and shishya both are important. And you get it in that Panchakosha Vidya. See, Vidyas, you get that Amma first, father next, the child connection. Like that you get it. So, Tad Vaktaram Avatu, Avatu Mam, Avatu Vaktaram. And so, you have to repeatedly ask that the teacher must be safe.
Yes.
When the teacher and taught are safe, the knowledge is safe.
Correct.
When the knowledge is safe, people are safe.
Correct.
So if you don't have a knowledge, you are in soup. Now you look how many experiments and how many people are coming out to find the medicine for the COVID.
Oh.
Ayurveda people are working, homeo people are working, naturopathy people are working, allopathy doctors are also working. But in spite of all working, that our COVID is truant now. It's showing its number.
So,
but it will disappear because Veruguda Karake. And when you talk to people in India, you get the news. No more. That's the last. So like that, it should not. Therefore, I think you understood the importance of the Shanti Mantra, where see, for this Upanishad, for this Valli, for this Siksha, these are the gods, very important for you, whom you should honor. Now we have got the Siksha. What is that Siksha? Now you recite the one. Om Siksham Vyakhyasyamaha.
Om Shiksham Vyakhyasyamaha.
Yeah, you also tell Amma. And Charanji also you can recite. Because it's a very small, short one. Varnaswaraha.
Varnaswaraha.
Matrabalam.
Matrabalam.
Samasantanaha.
Samasantanaha.
Ityukta Sikshadhyayaha. Yes, Charanji is opening his mouth. So we have got Siksha. See, we are now first giving you the rules of pronunciation. See, we have got what is Shabda, the syllable, the phoneme is sound. The sounds are, the phonemes are there, aksharas are there. Akshara means permanent, not sharam, aksharam. Phonemes are all, but you have to give sound for them. You have to pronounce.
Pronounce, correct.
And unless you pronounce, it has not got its existence realized.
Correct.
What is in mind, nobody knows. Unless what is in mind, if you put it out, Vang me manasi pratishtita, mano me vachi pratishtitam, aviravi is one Shanti mantra.
Correct.
See, your speech is in our mind and your mind is in speech.
Correct.
What you talk is your mind. And what you talk is your mind, and what is your mind, you talk.
Correct.
So there is a kind of coherence and coordination. And so whenever you make a statement, you mean that. If you change, you will be scolded. Because congruency of the mind and talk. Like that, here we have got the Siksha. That is the disciplining. What is the discipline? You have to discipline a sound or a syllable, a phoneme, and that should come out. Whatever that comes out is a dhwani, is sound only. And so when once the sound comes up, which is that receptacle of the sound in our body?
The throat. Throat and the...
What is the receptacle in our body? To catch
the ear? Ear.
That's why Bhadrang Karne Visrunuyama Deva.
Yes.
And the sound direction in 360 degrees you can get. Anybody anywhere can stand and shout. It reaches your ear. But eye only 180 degrees.
Correct.
Unless the person comes before you, so you cannot. That's why Pasyema. That retina, I mean that seeing power is only 180. And to receive these two things through eye and through ear, you must want entire health and indriya, nigraha and indriya strength must be there. Therefore, so first of all, what is Siksha? I am going to explain it to you. Vyakhyasya, Vyakhyana means Viseshena Akhyana. narration, utterance, explanation. So first of all, I want to explain in detail what is this Siksha. Therefore, it is called Siksha. The derivative of the word discipline is called Siksha. If you are Siksha is to discipline. Siksha is God disciplined.
Okay.
So, em Siksha icharu అని చెప్పాలంటే ఇదేనా నీ శిక్ష అంటారు. అంటే ఇదే నేను నేర్చుకున్నావు అని తిట్టుతారు, చెప్తారు. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్? వర్ణః, స్వరః, మాత్రా, బలం, సామ, సంతానః. How many terms are here? ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఇందులో? How many letters are there? వర్ణ, స్వర, మాత్ర, బలం, సామ, santana. 6. These are the rules of pronunciation. 6 features are there. 6 factors. So all our pronunciation implies these 6 points. And all Veda mantra ucharana is covered by these 6 points. How? Varna is the letter. When you tell the letter out, e, how do you like it? Swara. You enjoy it. Swataha ranjayati. Ranjana is there. Ranjana means enjoyment. So you enjoy the utterance. Supposing the baby is crying in the cradle, you start telling the alphabet, e. The baby stops. What is this? I used to make my grandson in the cradle. When he starts crying or looking, I used to recite this alphabet. That's why he's now learning Telugu from India. So it's a Telugu teacher weekly once. Telugu to him. He has learned Kandi Pappu, Chanaka Pappu, like that. The American accent is sweet to listen. So Varna and Swara, that is music. Swara is musical. So then every Varna, every Swara has got duration.
Correct.
That's called Matra. Matra, what duration? Time duration. So doctor says 3 times you take 3 tablets each. So Matra, what tablet he talks is the time schedule.
Correct.
So తెల్లవారి ఒక టాబ్లెట్ తీసుకోండి అంటే అది మాత్ర. తెల్లవారి ఒక మాత్ర అంటే that is unit. So matra is time duration. Is what is called as matra. So this is what is matra, time duration. And to utter this matra, you must want strength in you. జ్వరం వస్తుంటే ఒంట్లో బాగలేకపోతే ఉచ్చారణ రాదు కదా. You can't pronounce syllables. If you are very much bad, weak, then you say, I have no strength to become angry, please get me water. Otherwise, if they are strong, get me water. If they are not like that, balam. Strength is necessary to utter a, I, O, cha, o, e, I. Especially o, ow, ahar. So for all these, what you require? Balam.
Strength in the vocal cord.
And sama is singing, musical, spreading. And santana is to make it dwell for more times. So santana in Samaveda, in music, you keep on extending for 7 swaras. Saptaswara Gayana. So, for example, Gayatri mantra to say it requires only 2.3 seconds. But if you want to recite Gayatri as a Saman, it requires 25 minutes. I'm giving it because it's a Santana. Santana means even in music we have got Tanam. Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi. So Akara Satanam means they keep on doing it. Therefore, for our pronunciation, there are 6 rules. One is Varna, Swara, Matra, Balam, Sama, and Santana. Beautiful, is it not?
It is, absolutely.
So the whole world of pronunciation is built on these 6 principles.
6 principles.
So Shankar has come now. So Sama, Santana, he's also a Taittiriya Upanishad scholar in recitation of Shankar. But anyway, I'm happy you joined now. So I'm now trying to explain for any pronunciation, correct pronunciation of Veda Mantra, there cannot be any kind of laziness. There cannot be any kind of laxity, nor too much movements about it. That's why Patha, when you make the Patha of that, you must honor Varna. It is there in your head. Where is Varna? The A is in your head. But when you Ucharana of that, you do it, that becomes a Swara. It becomes sweet. So the talk is sweet. Mrudu Madhura Bhasha. See, the Bhasha must be soft and Madhura sweet. Where from it comes up, it is Swara. So, but Bhasha has got all Swara, all Varnas only. You are joining the syllables and make word. And word will have some sense. Therefore, Varna, Swara. And also, you have to take time to utter. Something like, you have to, when you are in the driving seat, you have to keep the steering wheel sometime when you make a turns. You can't suddenly make the turn like that. Slowly you have to hold it. So that's exactly, it's called matra. Time requirement until the front wheel totally turned. That's what our teacher is to tell. Until the whole thing is turned, then only you can turn back to the road side. So that's what we call matra. And also you should require strength. How much strength you should use, that much only you should use. How much? See, for matra balam, said something like a tiger carrying its cub with its teeth. The teeth of the tiger is so strong, it can tear mutton.
Yes.
But that strength it has got to tear and but when it is carrying the cub or a cat or that, it will carry with much that the cub cannot cry at all. It is comfortably hanging. When it is made, that's why it's what called balam. And this particular thing itself is a big discussion in our Alankars and our Sakyas. I'm not going deeper. You will get tired. And Sa is Sangeetam, trying to spread it. Ama is the Swaram. Sa, Swara Sahitam. Samagana means it becomes a Gana when it is having the accents, more accents. Generally, to say Rigveda mantra, 3 accents are there.
Anudatta, Udatta, and Swarita.
But when you say Samaveda, there are 7 accents. So, Samagana. And that's why, and Santana depends upon the Swara, depends upon the time. Therefore, the Samagana is, they say that Samadhano Anadhyaya. When Samaveda people start singing, nobody can start singing other Vedas. That is, the sound is like that. There is a saying that Banadhano Anadhyaya. When war is going on, all schools and education institutions get closed. No school, no learning, all must go to warfield. So that's why Banadhwani it is called. When Samadhwani is there, no other Veda fellow can recite. They overpower the sounds of other Vedas.
Sure. Yes.
Therefore, Samadhvano Anadhyaya. So like that, we have these 6 principles given to us, and this will be the basis for the Veda Patha, Upanishad Patha. Somebody in the morning was telling, sir, some Upanishads don't have the accent. No, we are ignoring the accent. For example, Taittiriya, Charanji, for Taittiriya Upanishad, we have got accent. When you go to the Kathopanishad, he is learning the Kathopanishad. Charanji is learning Kathopanishad, and there is only, there are no swaras for that. Because it belongs to Katha Upanishad or Katha Samhita, and there is a time lag between Taittiriya and the Maitrayani, Katha, Kapithala. There is a time period. Because of that, so many things, so many changes have happened. So Yajurveda mantras have got very much good terseness, and we have got Rudra Ganam, Rudra Kramam, and all that. But that's a different, wonderful vocal exercise. Vocal apparatus will be. That's why after Veda Patham, you get hungry. You have to be. So that's why the Vedadhyayana is a little hard. So that's why, because it's hard, ladies will skip. But there are some good ladies who want to go through that. That's why it's adventurous. So when they're adventurous, they will be able to do it wonderfully. In fact, ladies will do better than men sometimes. So I think today we stop here with this particular Shikshavali, and next Monday we log on and go with. I want to be speedy at the same time, covering more portions, so that, because I can spend long time with these things, but you will not find it easy. So I think we have covered the most important section. It's called Shikshavali, from where the entire, because the pronunciation of the mantras produce a lot of magic.
Correct. Absolutely.
Lot of healing.
Yes.
Lot of cure and lot of energy.
Correct. Yes.
So that's why for that energy provision and magical happening and scientific reasoning, these mantras have got. That's why the mantra is called as Mananat Mantraha. Manayantam Trayatayati Mantraha. Anybody who reveres the mantra, consider mantra as a devata.
Yes.
Give honor for the mantras. That's why there is a time, there is a procedure, there is a way, and there is a guru, there is anusthana, there is everything is there.
Correct.
Don't just say like Shuklambardaram Vishnu Sivanam, such a easy run, tar road and auto rickshaw. But this mantra, you can't run fast. You have to pay attention and allow time,
yes,
as much time required.
Yes.
In Purusukta, all people say, Bhayadataha, they say. When you are reciting Purusukta, where is Bhayam for you? There you should say Ubhayadataha. The word Ubhaya means on the teeth, up and down teeth in the animals. Those Ubhaya means those animals which have got the teeth range up and down. There are animals who have got teeth only in the upper palate, no teeth down. But we are such animals, we have teeth up and down. So there is a kind of that kind, that's why we are all called Ubhaya. So there are animals also, we have got downward and upward. A lot of meanings are there. People don't know it, but they say Bhayadataha. No, I'm just giving an example.
Sure.
Om Tat Satu, please recite.
Om Tat Satu.
Ahana Bhavatu.
Sahana Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Mavidvishavahai.
Mavidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti
Shanti. Hari
Sarvam Arpanamastu. Veda Purusha Asirvadostu.
Veda Purusha Asirvadostu.
Om Tat Satu.
Om Tat Satu.
So happy, Emma. You have started with In fact, our Shankar also joined. He's there in Chicago.
Uncle, I made a mistake of reading the message. It's a 7 EST. I thought 7 CST. Sorry about that. Next time.
7 EST.
Correct.
And 6 o'clock is our Chicago time, Central Time.
Correct. Yeah, I misread that.
Central Time also.
No problem, Uncle. No problem. It's my mistake.
Yeah, you started to meet on Mondays. Now the Monday became live. So on this day, Narasimha Jayanti day, it's a Jayanti, happy birthday.
Right.
So Narasimha Swami, with all our veneration to them, we have started Taittiriya Upanishad. And this recording you can send to Seshachalayama. And he will put it in that so that others, people in India can be benefited with that.
Absolutely. I will.
Because, see, the manner how we are trying to sit and understand, hardly we come across.
Yes.
Because, see, meaning is important and the auxiliary things necessary for that also important.
Correct.
And next we will be getting on to the important section, that Samhitopasana. And Samhitopasana means, Upasana means getting devoted to that.
Correct.
And we have got Panchakosha Vidya. And very important items are there covered in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Therefore, the Taittiriya Upanishad is very important.
Very important.
And ultimately, this is the wonderful contribution of Yajurveda. It comes Ishavasya Upanishad also. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, there also you are taught. So all responsibility for human beings is dropped. Because it is dropped, God will put his hand up. Karavalambanam.
Correct.
Because our kara is down and his avalambana kara is up. Therefore, we are all protected.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Uncle. This is very helpful.
So the people are there in different places. Sanjay is in Atlanta. Our Charanji is in Indianapolis, in Bloomington. Our Shankar is there in Chicago. And you are there in San Francisco, in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, United it is.
Right, absolutely. Okay.
So we are all there.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Probably next week some more people might join.
Okay.
Good luck.
Very nice.
Thank you, Dr. Prabhakar.
Thank you, Uncle.
Uncle, just 5 minutes. I have a question with you. Probably I can call you back, or we can be on the same. No, regarding the astronomical thing, right? We talked about Surya's movement and other things, right? So normally, from our traditional basic knowledge of astronomical science, celestial body and other things, we have a sun in the center. All these grahas are revolving around by itself, and also it revolves around sun too. So where is the sun's movement? And we always talk about sun is moving from east to west.